program. This is something that I think you're really going to want to know about. And I'll give you a simple example. We had a client that owned a bar and was looking for financing to expand. Tried to go to his bank, tried to get $25,000 in funding and got denied. And through this program, we were actually able to get him over $700,000 in funding. So how does somebody get denied for 25,000 in a bank and still get approved for over 700,000 in financing? We're about to figure it out right now as we do a review of Quest's 401k Rob's funding program. So first, what's all this about? It's really about using a 401k or IRA to actually fund your business. And this is based on tax proven strategies, where IRS proven strategies, where you basically don't have to pay taxes. You don't have to pay fees or penalties like you typically would for withdrawing money from your 401k. So basically, it helps you get the money that you need for your business with no payments, with no interest, and actually be able to do it without a personal guarantee, without personal liability. You don't even have to verify any income. As a matter of fact, this program is one of the most for two partners in a business together. Oftentimes, they'll go in and use this program to tap into their 401k without fees, without penalties, and be able to get the money they need to launch a business. And they're able to secure the funds they need without paying payments, without personal liability, without a lot of the things that are kind of necessary when you're getting a lot of other different type of funding that's out in the marketplace today. And you can use the money however you like. Unlike an SBA loan where you've got to basically state what the funds are going to be used for, and then you have to make sure that you meet the criteria of what you're using the funds for. With this program, there's no restrictions. There's no limitations on what you can actually use the funds for to grow your business. So pretty cool. By the way, if you're just coming in, give me a shout out. Tell me where you're coming in from. Was say hello. If you drop in your business name, I'll even give your business name a shout out on the training today as well. So first of all, let's talk about Quest Education. So Quest Education shows you basically how to use a 401k to fund your business. It's their primary funding vehicle. The reason education is in their name is because, let's be honest, most people know nothing about this kind of funding program where you're able to do this. And by the way, maybe you don't have a 401k. It's still okay. Quest will even help work you through the process of tapping into somebody else's 401k to grow your business. And again, I'll always mention that when I mention these kind of funding programs, because the reality is there's a lot of people out there that have money and want to invest it in a place where they're going to get a good rate of return. They're not comfortable with the stock market. They're not comfortable with real estate. Now the real estate's in a decline, but a lot of times they're investing into privately owned businesses. As a matter of fact, if I look at one of the biggest shifts in investments over the last 10 years, I think this is one of the biggest shifts we've seen. Is instead of people investing in the stock market, publicly owned companies, right? Instead of them investing into real estate, now we're seeing all these major opportunities for regular people to invest in regular small businesses and privately held businesses, right? So one of the things I often talk about is equity crowdfunding. You know, an equity crowdfunding is where it's like crowdfunding, but you're actually selling stock or ownership or equity in your business in return for getting money. And a lot of the times, these are people that are not accredited investors. We're seeing this shift where people that don't have $1 million in net worth or $250,000 in income can still invest in privately owned businesses. It's one of the biggest shifts we've seen in investment. It's really helpful for us, right? For you and I, because for the first time ever, we're seeing more money pour in and become available for us as small business owners. And this is one of the ways to do it. If somebody has stocks, bonds, 401ks, IRAs, even good credit, you can tap into any of those things from somebody else to be able to get the funding you need for your business. So even if you don't have 401ks or IRAs, this is very applicable to you because it like opens up a whole other way to get money from people where you're going to actual angels, affiliated angels, people you know, and saying, I'm going to launch this business. I want to grow this business. You want in, and maybe they want to let you use this strategy for their 401k so they can actually get in tax-free into what you're doing and maybe get a rate of return on their money, maybe get ownership interest in the business. There's a lot of options there, but just keep in mind, this isn't just for somebody that has a 401k. This is a really good funding strategy for you if you know somebody with a 401k. So now all of a sudden we make 401ks and IRAs. Just having those is a way to get money for our business. And now another option of getting money for our business opens up, because now we can tap into other people's IRAs or 401ks and use it to fund our business as well. And I've got St. Louis in the house. And Flory says, how much can you get for your business? How does it work? Will there be a penalty? So we'll talk about all of those things today. But to answer your questions really quickly, I'll show you how it works. You can get it tax-free and penalty-free, so there's no penalty for withdrawal, and you can get 100% of the value of your 401k to quickly answer, but I'll be diving in and decoding all these a little bit more. So it's important to note this is not a loan. Ultimately, what's happening is this is where Quest Education steps in to educate you through the process. But what ultimately does happen with this, well, I'll tell you about how it works in just a minute. So let's actually dive in. So let's talk about this Rob's program. So first of all, it's not a loan. What ultimately you're doing is moving control of the 401k to your entity, to your corporation. So let's look at this for example. A 401k is used for you to basically buy stocks in other companies, right? If you really think about it, a 401k, you're basically investing most of it into like buying publicly owned stocks on the stock market. So all we're really doing here is we're shifting control from owning stocks in other publicly owned companies and other companies to you. You're moving it to your own business. So now your own business has control of those funds. Basically, instead of investing into other people's businesses, it's kind of like a way of turning your investment back around to invest in your own business and be able to do it tax-free. Now, there's no repayment on it as well either, and there's no interest, there's those monthly fees, there's no penalties that you actually have to pay. So it's a really cool tax-free way to get the money that you need, tapping into you or somebody else's 401k and being able to get the money you need without having to repay it, without having to have payments that will take money that maybe you don't have when you're launching or expanding the business. Now, what happens is your entity, the corporation itself, has ownership of the retirement account. So again, instead of investing money into other people's businesses, you're basically now investing money into your own business. Now, the nice things here is there's no personal credit requirements. You get approved no matter how good or bad your personal credit may be. There's not even a personal credit check, so there's no inquiries to get approved. There's no income requirements. You can get it as a startup. You can get it if you're showing a loss on your taxes. You can get it even if you're not even managing your bank account responsibly. You're still able to get it. You don't have to have assets required, meaning it's unsecured. There's no collateral. You don't need inventory equipment. You don't need to have commercial real estate, for example, your house. The collateral itself is the 401k. There's nothing else that's required for collateral. And there's no age of business requirements. You can get it as a brand new business. You can get it as a month in business. So if we look at these things here, we see why a lot of financing gets denied, right? Personal credit issues, problem verifying income, age of business. None of these factors that account for the majority of denials of what gets people turned down for loans, credit lines, and credit cards are even applicable here. So all the risks that would normally prevent you from getting financing are all done away with. And again, this is where I give you the example that we had a client that was trying to get for their bank. They didn't have all this stuff, right? So their bank wouldn't help them, but they still got $700,000 from this program. It was actually a retired police officer that tapped into 401k because he started a bar after he retired, and to be able to actually grow and expand a very successful bar. So again, just goes to show the power of this program when other things that would normally get you denied are absolutely not getting you an ad denied. And Flory says, I have a 403B, or 403B, so you have access to this fund for your business and use it as you see fit. Yeah, basically. So if we think about this, if you have a 401k and you liquidate it, you're going to pay all kinds of penalties to the IRS, for example, for taking that money out. But in this case, what's really happening is you're not liquidating a 401k. What you're doing is you're changing ownership where the corporation now owns the 401k. And now as a result of it, the corporation can do what it wants with the 401k. And it doesn't meet the criteria that makes it taxable to be able to accrue penalties. And again, you can use those funds as you want to for your actual business. Now, you can use this to launch a new business. You can use it to hire employees, to expand, take advantage of opportunities you have any way you see fit. And this is very important because as we get into 2023, as we see clearly a shift in the economy, record high inflation, housing market not collapsing, but definitely slowing down significantly from where it was a year ago. When we see all this pullback, we see consumer confidence drop, and we see it harder for us to sell our products and services, and more important that we have access to funding to not only just navigate the changing economy, but to take advantage of opportunities. Okay. If you ever seen the movie The Big Short and the mortgage crisis, you see that no matter what happens with an economy when it blows up, there are people that benefit from that. There are people that actually get an advantage of that. We even see this whole blow up in the crypto world with FTX. Look, there's plenty of people out there that made money on that and plenty of others that lost. So in every time we see a major shift, we see opportunities and we see a lot of people on the wrong side of that. So you want to be able to take advantage of opportunities. Commercial real estate is coming down to prices that are never been seen before. They're so low because COVID has a lot of people working from homes. Residential real estate is dropping, and we see more buyers dropping prices because they're desperate to buy in a market where it's harder, or desperate to sell. And when it's harder in a market where it's harder for those sellers to be able to sell. We see people get scared because the economy changes and they do fire sales on their business. So maybe you need help with marketing for your business, and there's an opportunity to go buy them now and do it with little to no money out of your pocket and tap into something like this to do it. All I'm saying is there's a tremendous amount of opportunity when we go through economic shifts like we're going through and about to go through significantly more next year. And this gives you the capital you need to actually take advantage of some of those opportunities. Now let's look at Quest Education. By the way, Quest isn't the only source that does this. There's other sources out there, but the purpose of this training is just to do a review of Quest and the program itself. So Quest actually provides education and guidance of investments and 401k plans. They have a comprehensive training to facilitate the ROBS program, teach you how it works, and actually make it happen. And they can provide hands-on support during the entire ROBS process as well. Look, we have found they're very credible. They're very good. They've helped a lot of our clients through this program with no headaches. And the client goes from not understanding it and having a lot of questions to understanding it, actually going in and getting it and being able to actually secure the financing. They're also BBB rated. Okay, so they're registered as a financial consultant per BBB, and they've got an A+ rating and an accreditation as well. They're not necessarily a lender. They're an education company. And again, we found that they really produce very good results. We've had really good customer service with them. Our clients have been very happy. The process is smooth, easy, and fast. And you'll also see they have a 5-star rating with 200+ reviews on Trustpilot as well. Keep in mind that I'm not getting anything. You go to them directly. It doesn't help benefit me at all. So I'm telling you this just from a neutral party, from somebody that's done a lot of business with Quest and had a lot of happy clients and a lot of success. So how do you tap in and use this program? Well, first of all, you want to contact Quest Education to find out if the ROBS program will work for you. You can also give us a call. It's not going to cost you any money. What's nice about how we help you get funding for your business is we never charge you a dime of money. Never. Okay, so if you buy our software to build business credit and improve fundability, there's plenty of things we do charge for, but we don't charge you money to help you get financing for your business. We don't charge you fees. We don't charge you points. We don't have the lender roll in points to pay us. We do not get money from you. You do not pay a dime more money for us to help you. It's like having a free, very powerful resource of funding specialists that just help you get money. In a lot of cases, some of the sources pay us a referral fee, some don't. Doesn't matter. We still recommend all kinds of financing even when we don't earn a dime, and some we do earn a referral fee, and that's what pays our team to actually be able to provide that free guidance. But the nice thing is that doesn't even cost you any more money. It costs you less because Credit Suite does so much money in fundings that the lenders that we do them with and relationships we have, they typically give our clients discounts and charge them less money because they want to make us happy, so we continue to refer customers to them. You can imagine how much business we refer, and the tens, maybe even getting into $100+ million in a normal year that we actually have access to being able to secure for our clients. So as a result of that, we get better pricing that we even pass on to you. So if we can help you, then you can get in touch with us. We can actually talk to you about Quest and other solutions that do this as well, or you can go directly to Quest and you can schedule a free consultation with them as well. You can actually get to them directly where they know you're being referred by us and you're getting that preferential treatment at creditsuite.com/quest.ed. And again, this won't cost you any money by telling them that you're coming from us. It just helps you. If you're our customer and you're somebody that knows coming to them from Credit Suite, well, they're just going to treat you a little bit better because we send them so much business like we do lenders that they want to make you happy to make us happy. So we continue to refer customers. So also keep in mind that if you're looking to access every legitimate type of funding in one place, this is something we do here at Credit Suite. We can help you there. And we use our volume to get you lower rates and fees. And it's really completely free to schedule a consultation with us to talk about this program, many other funding programs, as well as building business credit that can help you along the way. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I hope you enjoyed this very short but important training. If you did, make sure you go to creditsuite.com/toolbox. And there you're actually able to access like $400 worth of free resources that we put together, like a goodie basket that will help you get business credit financing. All you have to do is share our next live stream and you get access. All the details are creditsuite.com/toolbox. And make sure you go to our website, creditsuite.com, and go to the top right of our website and take 1 minute to like and subscribe on our channels. This is an opportunity for you to have questions answered live. It's an opportunity for you to get notifications when we release 1 minute content, 90-minute trading webinars that map you through entire processes where we have very high level guests on our podcast that we release on our social channels. All of that you get access to by just liking and subscribing at the top right of our page, creditsuite.com. So thanks for coming and joining today, our lender review of the Quest 401k Rob's program. Hopefully now you have everything you need to be able to be successful in this program. And if you'd like to talk to us more, help you find the right source, or even get the file submitted for you, then give us a call today at 877-600-2487. Thanks for tuning in. I look forward to talking to you next time. We talk about more cool ways to get the money you need to start and grow